Welcome to Married at First Sight Australia, episode 21. And today is commitment ceremony number 4.
Yeah, I think it's four, isn't it?
Yeah,
Where should we start today? Should we
le-
run through the easy ones first, the ones with not much to say?
let's start with Rachel and Steve.
You're finally making some teeny tiny progress. They're that little bit closer. It's positive at least.
Yeah, it's one of those things like, is there progress? Yes, there is progress, but is it a progress enough for them to go anywhere? I don't think
At
so.
this stage of the experiment, no, not really. It's almost like they're on week 2 of the experiment, first commitment ceremony, and they're not. They're further down the line than that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking. He's making very, very small changes,
Yeah.
but it almost feels like he's holding back.
Yeah.
And
He is.
nobody is going asking him like what is the issue, like what exactly is the issue with him. Does he not feel attractive towards Rachel, or is he playing a bigger game and being the innocent guy and staying in the show for longer?
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks nice and all, they're putting good music, she's giving a very smile, everything is, they are making it look like there is something happening.
Yeah.
I just don't trust.
Okay, fair. What, because it's slow?
It is
Because it's
slow.
slow and it looks good still, that's why you don't trust it.
I don't trust it because it's just not there. Like the attraction, the I don't know, whatever it is, like they are being cordially friends, there are smiles and all, but I don't see that yet.
Okay.
There might be, but even though the gaslighters kind of all of them are in on it, like he's saying you're sexy, that's oh come on. Yeah, I mean it's feel good thing, but it's just not there for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Philip and Stella, not really much to say. Is that things are still all good and they're still dancing around the hole saying I love you.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. It's just there should be something like I do actually rate Philip for that, like not giving into the pressure.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. But equally, like, saying, like, oh, well, I've not been in an experiment before and I want to see what it's like. And I think he was just overthinking it. He just needs to decide, do I feel ready to say it? Ignore everything else. Do I feel it? And do I feel ready to say it? And that's all that matters.
Exactly, but what you are seeing is you are seeing external pressure kind of putting on him to say it
External pressure from
indirectly.
who?
From the judges, like asking why it is not there from Alexandra, or it's
I
one of
think they
those
were just
things.
trying to make him think differently about it rather than considering the experiment, past relationships, blah, 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 blah. Like, do you feel it? Well, you said there's some feelings there, so do you feel it? And do you really want to say it?
Yeah,
That's it.
see,
That's
that's
it's that simple.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It is something personal, and he will say it when he is ready, and we are seeing the relationship blossoming. Let's not push it. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay. Alyssa and David. Oh, well, I thought she was going to start with the word salad today, but she didn't. Thank God. But
I
she did come out with a little bit, didn't she? She's missing that higher frequency stimulation she would normally have in a relationship.
What exactly does that mean? That's the word, sir.
Yeah. At
Like,
first I thought she was meaning like she thinks he's dumb. But then when they were saying, oh, it's about the toxicity and they're not arguing and like you've had in your past relationship, I was like, I wouldn't have thought that would be higher frequency, but okay, sure.
I mean, they are both there for being on the show. I think maybe a week or a few days into it, they have realized that there isn't anything there, and they are just putting on a show. And that's what is happening because the way they went back to the chairs,
Yeah.
nobody looked at each other.
Yeah.
They could be not looking further away.
Maybe it was just a case of, oh, we're at our fourth commitment ceremony. We've not had anything challenging or anything bad within our own couple so far, so we've got to bring something, we've got to say something, and then quickly resolve it so everything's good again because there's not been any drama from anyone else that's involved us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just giving showmans like
It
some of
was
the.
it was just their turn to bring something to the experts, and that's as deep as it goes.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. She just wanted to say there is no stimulation. I think she's laying the exit. Like,
Oh right, okay. Getting the exit strategy prepared.
yeah, because that's what I'm talking about. That's why I rebranded it. Just they're walking and sitting. She right away could not see into him, or yeah, it's just one of those things. She might, yeah, she's playing the game very well to be on the show,
Yeah.
but there is nothing.
Okay. Beck and Danny. Now, at the start, when they were in their apartment waiting for the dinner party, oh, the irony. The irony. Beck was saying about how Juliet was being so nasty.
To his part, to her partner. You see, don't do the things that what TV. You don't have to do an edit like maps
No, it was just like, oh, she was being so nasty. She was saying
to
these bad things. And
to
it's
her
like, well,
partner. You, if you just remove to her partner, you can see the hypocrisy, but if you add to her partner, it makes sense. So let's not read too much
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
give
yeah.
an edit yourself.
Yeah, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's what that they gave the edit for the very reason. Like, Becky is a nice person, like she can fly off a handle now and then, but I don't see her as somebody vicious.
Right. Fair enough. What do you think? Everything with them when they were on the couch, they were like, you know what? Someone mentioned this. I got over it. And seem like things are all right.
It's, I mean, see, Beck, she wanted a fairy tale. She wants Danny. She wants Danny. Danny, we know that he is staying for the show,
Mm.
and I don't know. It's one of those things. The short and T-shirt he put for the family visit.
Yeah.
It's giving me like he's just leading back on because Beck is innocent. Like, Beck is an innocent and naive emotional woman, and Danny is playing the best to be on the show.
Maybe. I don't know what their setup is, but allegedly, now it's finished. Allegedly, Beck has said she spent $8,000 for the duration of the show, buying stuff for him, paying for dates, and all that kind of stuff. He's
Exactly.
supposed to be a millionaire.
Yeah, my ass. I don't trust. I don't trust a word that comes out of Danny. He's very intelligent. I will not. I will tell you that. But is he? He's not. He is in for the show. I
Well,
mean, I don't blame
he's
him because
supposedly a millionaire, and she's apparently got like a super expensive house. That I think she had it given to her, and she pays the mortgage, so she didn't like stump up all the money for it herself. So neither of them sound like they're hard up. But apparently she spent 8 grand on. But
yeah,
anyway,
because
that's an
you
aside.
see, Beck wants Danny. Danny,
He doesn't know.
he wants just the popularity.
And anyway, just wait till Beck remembers he's got cats, and then she'll keep vomiting faces again. And Scott and Gia. Everything's good. Everything's great. Na 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 na. And then the experts go, we don't believe you.
I mean, it's one of those things. Gia is drama. I mean, she is for her fame, and Scott is his fourth show. He's like one of those reality. He's like one of those paid wedding guests. Some people just have. Yeah, I mean, they are amicable. They are looking good. They are putting on a show. I leave it at that. I just don't like Gia bringing her daughter into. Yeah, I think that was really cruel. But we know Gia. She is vicious.
You really think that poorly of her? I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think she's a great. I don't know. She's not exactly a model character, but I don't think that poorly of.
I don't know. I do think because she's not stupid. Like, what are you doing? Giving hopes to your daughter that she gonna have a father figure in her life.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I do think poorly of her. She's intelligent, but
Okay. Sam and Chris.
they are cruising it along. Chris, he tried to throw shade at Tyson in between,
Right.
and the judges didn't. Not the judges. The gaslighters didn't catch it, and
Expert.
gaslighters didn't catch it and work on it. But yeah, Sam, he is that very, I don't know, naive guy. And Chris is there for the drama. He's having time.
Yeah. Chris definitely loves drama and bitchiness, and he's in the edits of when the drama's kicked off in the dinner parties. He's been shown quite kindly, actually, because I'm sure there's more that he said that wasn't shown. Because
Might be.
he got involved, didn't he?
Yeah, might be. I mean, it's the same thing. The gaslighters didn't question Gia, like Gia was making mockery comments like,
Yeah.
yeah, the gaslighters let it go, but it's always about what they want for the edit and what they. I would have questioned Gia there about why are you making these nasty comments about a man, like what's the teddy.
Yeah, because she does need calling out because she's been spoken to before and then said, "Oh, I'm not getting involved." And then she was spoken to again. She said again, "No, I'm not going to get involved. It's on my relationship." Blah 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 blah. But she's still doing it.
Yeah,
The head of her excuse last time was, "Oh no no, I'm just defending my relationship and my reputation. That's it." And she didn't attack, but she could have just let it go. But it's not her.
yeah, it's not her nature, and it's one of those things like Scott says he deleted the pictures as she sent to somebody.
I don't know.
It's one of those things like there is nothing about this couple, and then she's talking like I'm this close to leaving the experiment. This is the third time you have left the experiment, so please.
Yeah. Either stay or go. It's boring at this point.
Yeah, it's one of those things like
Right. Juliet and Joel or Tyson and Stephanie?
let's go with Juliet and Joel.
Oh my
One thing I
gosh.
liked about John the Gaslighter today, I have to commend him. He let Juliet dug her grave
Oh
of
yeah.
reputation. Like he did not.
He didn't interrupt. He just let her, like you say, he let her go and dig her own grave. He didn't need to do anything or say anything to make her make it worse.
Yeah, and Juliet, she's. I don't know. I mean, what kind of psychology do psych testing do they do before letting contestants on the show?
Oh
She
yeah.
seems like a proper psychopath.
She is the absolute total opposite of what she appeared to be in the first show.
Yeah, exactly.
She's the
Like,
complete opposite, and he has also done a flip. It must be down to the edit, right? For Juliet, partly. For Joel, probably a bigger part will be down to the edit. She's been shown to be like this lovely, like bubbly, like I don't know, happy, positive person who just seems like really kind and considerate and all of that. And then what, like 2 episodes in, she then flips and is the absolute opposite. She's nasty, she's cruel, she's disrespectful, she's degrading, everything. And Joel is less of this big character and he's just this big softy.
yeah, I mean, I think Joel is a big character. I think what happened is during the honeymoon, as he has said, I think she must have put his energy down and he must have thought, maybe I should, how do you say?
Like shrink himself to fit what she said she wants or something.
Yeah, and he tried to do that. That's why we haven't seen the Joel, we have seen it.
Oh no, I think that's fine. I think he's being himself. He maybe has shrunk himself a bit because she's made him feel so crap about himself. But I think overall, this is who he really is, you know? The other side to him is the character, but that
Yeah,
character's not going to be there 24/7.
yeah, I think so. Like,
It's the setting, it's the moment, it's the context, right?
yeah, and also the lack of awareness from Juliet, like she called him fake theatrical and performative, and that's her. Exactly
Yeah.
those two words. The things that she say about him are all about her. It's like the way she apologized.
Oh my god, the apology. The apology. First of all, she was sat there and like, yeah, nodding to everything that was being said by the experts, as if she was actually listening and taking it in, and she clearly wasn't.
I mean,
And then when it came to the apology, she was like, I was stunned. I was like, what the fuck? What on earth is happening? Like, she's apologizing to the group. She was meant to apologize to Joel and she was apologizing to the group. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening? And then she didn't really apologize to Joel, let's be honest. And then also, didn't really apologize to the experts. She was just so insincere across the board. That if you're not going to be sincere, just don't bother. And then, fucking hell, and then she wrote, stay.
She wants to be on the show.
No, she wants to be the star of the show.
Yeah, I think that's what she
Yeah.
actually wants. It's not what he wants. It's one of those. I don't know. It's just sad because there is nobody that's gonna believe her for at least another 10-15 years in her life.
I know. I don't know. It's just so frustrating. It's all just so fake.
Yeah, and yeah, it's one of those things like I don't know. I mean, if I was Joel, I would have walked out and I would have wanted the gaslighters to cook her out.
Yeah. I think he is being extremely fair, hasn't he? And said, you know what? You set your boundaries on the honeymoon. Here's mine. There's only one. Don't disrespect me like that again. And it's a one strike policy. Do it once, it's done.
And
And
she's
then she was like, "Oh well, I can we go through them now?" And Mel was like, you know, it was really quite basic. Do you really need to go through it again?" And she's like, "Well, it's just respect." Like, oh my god, she really wants to. And then, oh yeah, we'll talk about it tonight.
yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things like
Oh my gosh.
she doesn't understand how the show works or how society works or anything.
Oh, I think she knows. I think she knows and understands. This is all part of her plan to be the star. How else do you stay on the show, stay relevant in the media, get talked about, get your name and your image out there on social media? You become the controversial character because that lasts longer than being the good character.
If you say so, if you say so, it's just, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel bad. Like, you cannot let these people on the show, gaslighters should learn to screen them better.
But if you think about some previous seasons, you've got one example in Jackie. I can't remember if it was last season or a few seasons ago, but she became a bit of a controversial character for stirring trouble. And if I remember right, I think she would just sometimes flat out lie about stuff, and it was so obvious.
See,
And and her fake tears, and it's a few years later, and then remembering these details about her
yeah, but I liked
because
Jackie. She
she
was
was
a character.
controversial character, and that's why she's memorable, you know. So maybe Juliet's playing the same game, or that game.
Yeah, but I don't know. There is being controversial, there is being character, and there is being, like Danny slept for the show, and Alicia and David being in this fake mans and showmans to be on the show. There is it, but she has taken it one step further. She has accused him. She has. There is, I mean, this is where I talk about the gaslighters. The gaslighters should be like, if they were actual experts, they would have seen that there is no coming back for any couple in the.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess. But also, they're
They
just.
want content.
No, I wasn't going to say that. I say they've got to hold that boundary of this is the rule. If one partner writes stay, you both stay regardless of what the other said. You know, that they're probably just having to hold that boundary. Otherwise, what's the point?
No, I
What's the
mean,
point in everybody doing that if it's just going to come out that nah, if you want to leave, you can just go no matter what your partner says.
when people want to leave, they will leave. But no, no, I want to actually kick her out. There is a difference.
Yeah, they can kick him out.
They can kick her out. They can give Jewel another bride. It's not much of a big
Oh
deal.
no, they wouldn't give him another bride.
Why?
I don't think they give him another bride. If they're going to kick someone out, they kick him out, but the consequences the other person suffers then because they got to go, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. If they want to actually set some, what do you say, a message, some standard.
Like a consequence.
Yeah, like they could kick her out and they could actually get Joel a decent bride. It's not much of a big deal.
Listen, Joel has proven to be a lovely man, but I don't think there's many women in the world that would manage that character side of him. He's probably not very easy to match. You're
I'm
making it sound
sure.
like they've got like maybe 10 backups on standby.
No, I mean, they are not 10 backups, but
Bring in wife number two. Bring in wife number two.
I mean, I don't think he's that hard to manage. I'll be honest with you. I'm sure there are, whether you like him or not, you feel attractive or not. I'm sure there are tons of women that feel attracted.
I don't know. I
This
don't
is
know because it's not so much the attraction only. It's the character side of him. A lot of people out there would find it absolutely cringeworthy and it would give them the ick big time. But yeah, there are other people out there that would just lap it up and would love that side of him.
I mean, they call themselves experts. They could actually do that if they were experts, but they are not. So let's move on.
Okay, and our final couple is Tyson and Stephanie. Now, first of all, from you, no arguments on anything I say, please. You can disagree, but we don't have to go the way of Tyson and Stephanie and end up bickering about it, okay? We can just say agree to disagree and move on to the next point. Got it?
All right.
Wonderful. He absolutely doesn't want to hear from women. I completely agree with her. He's not interested. He really does. I can see your face already. You're not going to like this as it goes on. His comments about Alessandra being a sexologist and that's just completely irrelevant is completely disregarding the fact that she may actually have some knowledge and or expertise that could be beneficial to him, whether that's just life in general or relationships or sex and psychology. And then he didn't know what to say about Mel to disregard her, so he was just like, oh well, Mel's Mel. Mel's incredibly educated, very educated, very knowledgeable woman, and she's very insightful. Never mind the support that she gives to people. And you saw some of that at the end with the support that she gave to Stephanie. And the fact that he only values John's opinion because he's a man is perfectly evident. Tyson wants what Stephanie said. He doesn't want a woman that'll challenge him, ever. He wants just a beautiful woman to sit pretty, sit quietly, smile, nod, agree, cook, clean, stay home, don't complain. And if he voices an opinion, just agree with it, even if you don't believe it, because otherwise you just get this child in him that disagrees, argues, and as we've seen on this one, gets up and walks off.
Well, you got. Are you done? Like, I don't want to interrupt you.
Yes, thank you, but remember your agreement at the start
As in,
that we're not going to end up bickering. You can just say agree to disagree.
I do not bicker
Oh
anything.
no. I can see you're ready to argue.
Well, all I'm going to say is
Because
you
he's your
got
boy.
played by Stephanie. Yes, he's still my boy. You got played by Stephanie.
How
And
many of your boy do you think there might be in your lifetime? You've had Boris, you've had Trump, you've had who else? Many people. Elon Musk.
yes,
Who else?
there are good few, but
There
you
are
would know
many. But now Tyson's your boy.
yes, Tyson is my boy. A boy that went to military to save the asses that are sitting in and demeaning him.
Sitting in. When was Australia last involved in active conflict?
Doesn't matter if you go to military. See, this is what I'm talking about. You want to now are you going to put down military?
No, I'm not
No,
putting
no,
the military
because
down.
that's what you did.
No, you're saying like he went to the military to save people's asses, but
No, I mean,
I mean,
it's
find me
not
the record he's been
fighting. No,
involved in
no,
active combat, and then I'll give you
no, no,
that
no.
one.
That's what I'm talking about. It's not being in active combat. It's actually sitting on the border or doing whatever that is needed to save the country. It's just not going in active combat. Maybe
Okay.
he's in active combat. Maybe in Afghanistan. I don't know, but for them to demean him, and Stephanie, she played it really well, and I am sure, I really hope that she feels really good about herself, because there is no place. Yeah, she just played it like, see, this is what I'm talking about. People talk about Sam and everyone about, oh, I'm giving you awareness, I'm giving you this thing. People are entitled to have their own views, and that's okay, because 30 years ago, being gay wrong, you can't socially speak about it. 30 years from now, you cannot say that I don't mind gays, but yeah, don't push on to me. You cannot say that, because what happened in 30 years?
Yeah.
What is happening is society has this thing. They always pick someone and they want to say, because Tyson got Tyson is getting what he's getting because he's different from those people. He's an honest person, brutally, whether right or wrong. He's not somebody who puts down, he never said anything bad about it. And Stephanie, she is the one that screwed it up all, but she won't talk about it during the dinner party. If you see during the last after dinner party,
Yeah.
if you see her what she asked for, she has never been in a relationship, so she asked for somebody who's looking for a traditional wife,
Yeah.
and she's not a traditional wife. So let's talk
The
start from there.
after the dinner party is hindsight, though, isn't it?
No, I'm
It's
talking
what
about,
she's realised after the show has ended completely. So I don't really think it's fair to say that because we're looking at them at a point in time where she hadn't had that realisation.
well, even then, that's what I'm talking about. Let's continue this. Where he's talking about is, yeah, so she asked for a traditional relationship and they got a traditional guy. He is a bit too extreme. I do agree that, but she's not a traditional wife in any case.
No, she's not.
Yeah, so she screwed that way. And also the way she talked about when after the he put a lot of effort this week, and you say that John, he only values John's opinion,
Yeah.
probably because John connected to him, because he did not hear listen to any other's opinion in the group either.
No one else really said anything besides Sam, and he doesn't want Sam to because Sam's gay.
Yeah, because he wants him to have awareness about gayness and all, but on the other hand, he doesn't want to have awareness about people having their own views, whether they are right or wrong. If you act on it, that's something different. He'd not call anyone nasty. He's getting crucified because he has views. That's what happened.
Agree to disagree.
You can disagree as much as you want. And the way she started, she threw him under the bus. Like, he talked about John, but he did not talk ill about any woman. So she kind of started saying that he doesn't listen to any woman.
If Tyson not saying anything to any woman besides "you look beautiful" and then not taking their opinion on board, not doing anything else to acknowledge their existence, their thoughts, their opinions, their values, nothing else besides "you're beautiful" and then ignores them for the rest of the night besides nodding and then looking back to John,
Because
if
John
that's
is the,
acceptable and he's not bad against women, he actually likes women, he values their opinions. He doesn't value their opinions at all. He doesn't want women's opinions. He wants the opinions of other men that will affirm him and affirm his views, which is why his friend group is exactly like him.
how do you know?
White, similar age men, probably of presumably middle class origin, like assuming he is as well. You know,
All right.
he's surrounded himself with like minded people who are yes men.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You have not seen him outside the group or outside the
Neither
experiment,
have
you know
you.
nothing. Yeah, but that's why I'm talking about. That's why I'm not agreeing to your views about.
You don't have to agree with me, but we can't base any opinions on anything we haven't seen. So let's not theorize. Let's focus on what we've seen.
Yeah, that's what, from what I have seen, is Stephanie being really, how do you say? She's being snaky and snitchy, and she threw him under the bus.
Put Stephanie to one side. Think about just the experts
Yes.
and Tyson, because you said, oh well, you basically said like he's not disregarded any women, he's not being rude to them. Well, he has really disregarded Alessandra and Mel. He's not interested in hearing from them.
First,
He only clearly has a value on women for how beautiful they are and whether they can meet his needs. And that's it.
because if you see during the first dinner party and not the dinner party, if you see the other commitment ceremonies, both Alessandra, I don't want to talk Alessandra because Alessandra is Alessandra. I agree with him, whether Alessandra is a sexologist and she's not really good at giving or anything. But coming to Mel and Alessandra, both of them kind of argued with him, combated with him. John is the only person that listened to him and that tried to communicate at his level. That is the reason why he kind of valued John's words, and he actually took them on board. He actually put the effort, and the way is like, yeah, when he's talking about, I took her to the lunch, I took her to dinner, I bought her flowers, and he's saying, and Stephanie is like, oh, he paid for this, he paid for that. He did not say that. The way she's narrating it, wait for it.
I wasn't saying anything.
No, wait for it. Stephanie, I mean, it's just sad. I wish Stephanie was there for longer because the covers will come. At what point do you say, okay, let me ask you this. Are you happy with people saying the right things, looking good, and being absolutely vile? And then there are people who are themselves. Yes, they don't know how to talk, they don't have the most social views, but are good people. Where do you put the difference? Like, who do you prefer? I prefer people that are honest.
I get where you're coming from, I do. But she she obviously saw and felt like, oh, I took her here, I did that, I paid for this. Well, no, saying like, I got her flowers, I took her to dinner, I took her to lunch, I got her coffee. He's not saying only these nice things that he's done. It is about how much he's providing. That's him being the provider. It's
And
him
what
it's
is
him
wrong with
playing out
that?
that role that he wants to fulfill.
No, I mean, he
And
that
while that's
is,
okay,
yeah,
we also now know that Stephanie doesn't really want that.
that's the
Yeah, she'll
thing.
appreciate it, but
No,
also
that's what I'm
she
talking about.
wait,
Yeah.
no, let me speak. What is the point in any of that if you can't actually have a conversation with your partner where neither of you are having to hold anything back? You're not having to just kind of people please and shrink yourself, because she is. She is shrinking herself because she's just not saying anything to potentially cause a disagreement. She's just not being fully herself, not sharing her opinions because he'll dislike it. If he says something that she disagrees with or she wants to kind of challenge slightly, she wasn't saying it because it would cause an argument and it's just not worth it. So, what is the point in I took her here, I took her there? At that point, she's kind of being treated like a doll.
See, this is what I'm talking about. She wanted a traditional man, and there is nothing with. This is what I don't like is there is nothing with what I was brought up in a traditional family,
Yeah.
and there is nothing wrong with his words. He doesn't know how to speak like all those
Okay.
other people do, but there is nothing wrong with having a woman cooking, cleaning, and looking after the. It
No,
might be.
but where in that traditional family setup does it say that a woman can't voice her opinion, that a woman has to agree with the man, that they can't have just a civil conversation about their differences of opinions without it leading to an argument or being a challenge or being perceived as a challenge? Because a lot of the time she wasn't challenging him, she was just voicing something that's different to what he believes in, and he was seeing it as a fight. Where is it in that traditional family setup that says you have to be aligned on everything or keep your mouth shut? Because ultimately
There
that's the
is
scenario that
no,
they
it's
that they have
not.
fallen into.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You're talking about. See, Stephanie knows how to keep the narrative very well on her side.
It's not a narrative, it's what was
It is.
happening.
No, it's not. I do not believe it. From what I see with my eyes, she asked for a traditional relationship. She has no idea what kind of relationship she wants because she has never been in a relation. And probably she has never been in a relationship because she throws people under the bus and she puts words because he has never said anything bad about any woman, and then for her to come out and say he connected with John, maybe because John has connected to him, he listened to John. But on the
He
other
listened
hand,
to John.
see, that's what I'm talking about. This is where, because that's what I'm talking about. This is where people want to believe what they want to. When there is an argument, there is two sides. Is he a fiery head? Yes. Stephanie, is she a good communicator? She's a very good at setting narrative and all, but she could not communicate with him. For the first couple of days, we have seen like when he talked about wanting a traditional wife
Yeah.
and staying in home cooking and cleaning. Her reply was, are you willing to wear a skirt?
No, it wasn't. He said that.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, but her reply was, instead of saying that,
It was, are you willing to be a house husband? And he said, no, that's like asking me to wear a skirt around the
yeah,
house.
why would she ask that? Would she say
You're
something
missing,
like,
you and he are missing the point of that comment that she made. You know, like they literally just met, just got married, and he's like, oh, you're going to stay at home and pop out 3 kids and take care of me and the house and everything.
yes,
And
because
she's
that's
like,
what.
huh? Like, what the fuck? Like, we've just met, we've just got married, we've not even had a conversation really about kids yet. And all of a sudden, you're expecting 3 and for me to stay home with them. How about you consider doing that?
Because that's what he asked for. That's what she asked for,
It
even though she
it
didn't
could have been
know.
a sarcastic throwaway comment, like, and he went, oh, I'll wear a skirt then. You know, like fucking
No,
fragile masculinity or what?
yeah,
Christ alive!
say whatever you say, but that's what her argumentative style is. When there is an argument, there are two people and they both need to communicate, or at least one of them have to be smart enough to get through the other person. Neither of them did that, but because socially, this fellow who served his country,
Oh, boo hoo.
no,
His fragile masculinity and his fragile ego wouldn't let him consider the fact that maybe she said that as a joke, and went on it on a rampage from that point on. Oh, you want me to be a house husband? Maybe I'll have to wear a skirt then. That's not going to happen. No chance. And from that point on, they didn't really get along. They weren't aligned. He just couldn't consider the possibility that it was a joke.
well, this is what I'm talking about. If
If what?
This is what I'm talking about. If being looking socially good is more important than being good, yes, Stephanie is your woman, but Tyson is a person with values and he's a good person, even though his values might be outdated and some of these views are not of today. I still believe that there are tons of traditional women that would find Tyson attractive, and he has been married, he has been in it's the other way around. If you see what is the reality of things, an experiment that wants to make it look like, I don't know, morally they want look like they are the good people. That's what they. I'm not. Tyson is still my boy, he has his, I'm not going to say, oh, he's a misogynist, he's that. 30 years ago everyone is a misogynist. What happened? I want to see the TV shows 30 years ago and what they did they actually support for women, or was the TV show I mean that same TV, was it making some poor jokes regarding women? What do you think is more likely to happen? People are people, like 30 years gay bad, 30 years gay good, 30 years gay bad. Just because you have this opinion socially mean you show that opinion on everyone, and because somebody doesn't share the same opinion as
Yeah.
you don't have to push awareness onto him, you don't have to make him look like he's a bad person when he's not.
He's making himself look like a bad person.
No,
He
see,
is.
this is where.
He is. He's so closed minded in so many ways.
And what is wrong with that? That's
This
this is
whole,
where.
oh, you don't have to push awareness. You don't have to push awareness. Listen, until Tyson and people like him treat everybody like they're human beings and they don't have to hide behind doors or anything like that, then people need to continue as they are.
And who is stopping that?
But it's the whole sounding closed minded with the, oh, just don't do it in front of me. Listen,
No, see, this
it's
is
it's
what I'm
just
talking about.
it just makes
He.
himself sound more closed minded than he says that he is. And maybe he isn't that closed minded, but it's the clumsy way that he speaks. And we've said this before. You can't you can't put everything down to him being a clumsy speaker. You can't. But that is a factor.
That's what I'm talking about. He's
No, no,
close-minded
no, no.
person.
You're putting everything near enough back to the fact that some people are better communicators than others. Well, you can't use that excuse for everything. It just doesn't work.
No, I mean he's a close-minded person, and I'm okay with that. And I'm totally okay with it.
Okay.
Because what is wrong with being a close? See, if gays have to be respected and supported because they are different.
It's not about because they're different.
Yes,
Just
that's what it
just
is.
let them be who they are without disrespect, without saying, don't do that in front of me. You know? If it was a straight couple in front of him kissing, would he be saying, don't do that in front of me? No. If it was a lesbian couple, he probably wouldn't be saying, don't do that in front of me. Do it behind closed doors. But because it's two men, he just seems to be like, no, don't want to see it. You can be who you are, you can do what you want, but I don't want to see it. Don't do it anywhere near me. It's like this very thinly veiled, almost disgust.
And
You think that's respectful? You think that's appropriate?
no, what I meant to say is a lot of people share the same disgust but put a smile outside.
Be respectful, be appropriate. Don't.
He is being respectful. Somebody asked him, he told his views, which are like Trump's views few years ago, or somebody else's views.
Right?
That's what I'm talking about. She has no problem on the right, and there are a lot of people on the right like this. That's what I'm talking. He's a closed-minded person, and I'm okay, but he's not a bad difference. When you thin the difference, what happens is if you are not what the society says, we will attack you. Gays were attacked for being different. Now Tyson is being attacked for being different. That's what I.
I don't think he's being attacked, first of all. And secondly, it's not because he's different, it's just because he's got some really outdated views, some inappropriate ways of expressing those views.
Okay, let me ask you this. 50 years ago, all of these people, everyone that kind of looks down on him, would any of them be strong enough to socially stand up and support gays?
I don't know.
No one. That's what I'm talking about.
What, you mean
Everyone
out of
was,
that group?
yeah,
Out of the group on MAFS, would anybody stand up and support gay people
yeah,
like 20 years ago,
50 years ago.
50 years ago? Probably one or two. Yeah. Rachel absolutely would. And I reckon Steve O would be right with her.
No, this is what I'm talking about. Nobody would, because if you say that, you'll be attacked and shamed like Tyson got shamed and attacked.
Okay.
It's one of those
If
things.
you haven't noticed so far, Rachel is very strong in her convictions. She would do it regardless.
I would really be. How do you say? When Brooke is attacking, when Brooke got attacked, when attacked, when Becca, when no, when Beck, when everything is happening at the dinner parties, I don't see her holding anyone to their behavior.
What, Rachel?
Yeah,
There have been times when she's intervened.
when
I can't remember from the one where Beck was mouthing off, but definitely with Brooke.
and what? No, what did she say to Brooke?
That was like 2 weeks ago. I don't remember exactly, but she intervened to get people to stop more than once.
Yes, no, stop. It's not stopping. I'm talking about is when there is an injustice happening. She might look strong and all. What happened to Joel? Like, why didn't she say anything to Juliet? Like, you're being really awful or something to her face. And
I don't remember if she did, and she might have done, and it might have just been cut out. It wouldn't surprise me if she did, and it was
no,
just edited out.
it wouldn't have been edited out because if she has done that, she'd be in the firing line against Juliet, and Juliet wouldn't let it go, and it would made on TV. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't think she would care. She actually, do you remember when it was the red flags, green flags?
Yes,
She stood up for Alyssa when Gia and Brooke were tearing her down.
yes.
So she's done it then. She's done it since. She's probably going to
Once,
continue doing it.
no, the thing is, she's speaking. What do you say? She's speaking behind, but she's not this vigilante supporter of injustice. No, she's not.
No one said she's a vigilante supporter of injustice, but she speaks up.
That's what I'm talking about. She speaks up very little. You are giving her way more than, what do you say? Way more.
Compared to most people in the group, she deserves the credit because most people just sit there with their mouth open, like, oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah.
rather than actually stepping in and saying, this needs to stop, it's cruel, it's mean, or whatever the situation might be, and actually stopping it from happening. At least she says something, stands up for someone, stands up in support of someone. Most of the group don't bother.
See,
A
this is where
portion
you
of the
are.
group just get on the bandwagon and join in the attack instead.
Yeah. See, what you're doing is you are comparatively saying Rachel is better, but does she cross the threshold? Not for me.
I don't know, but I feel like we've gone way, way, way off track from Tyson and Stephanie now.
No, yeah, but what I'm trying to say is he has closed views, which is all right. He has outdated views, is all right. I don't know. The next thing you want is probably, I don't know, eliminate gypsies because they have old views of living. I don't know what these people talk about when you say things like that.
Okay,
Yeah, I know. Okay, you are doing a Juliet.
okay,
I don't know. I still like Tyson. Yes, he has old views. How a close-minded person, but he's not a bad person. That's something I.
okay.
Juliet and Tyson. Who would you rate better?
What do you mean, in rate better in what sense?
Who is a better person?
Neither.
No, pick one because
They cancel each other
comparatively.
out.
No, no, comparatively.
No, I'm not choosing. They cancel each other out.
You think both are equal. You think a woman who makes false allegations, who tries to destroy somebody's reputation, is same as a man with closed views
Listen.
who served his country.
Oh, fuck off.
There is nothing.
Fuck off.
No,
Give it over.
I'm not giving over because this is what I'm talking about. A person having closed views is the same as a person who is vicious, who wants to destroy somebody's life.
Yeah, yeah, whatever.
No, whatever. May I ask you a question? This is what you
I'm not
said.
going to answer because you won't leave me the time to answer even when I try. So
I'm giving you all the time. You choose not to answer.
no, they cancel each other out. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, a person with closed views is as bad as a person who destroys somebody's reputation. I don't know if she's like you are saying Amber Heard, Blake Lively, and Tyson are same.
If the shoe fits, why not? I'm just not going to go there. I've
Of
lost the
course.
energy for the fight tonight. I can't be bothered.
Yeah, 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 because logic
No,
loses the value.
we've been recording for almost an hour, and a good 25 minutes of that has been Tyson and Stephanie us bickering, so or rather debating.
Yeah, it's a debate, and yeah, it's just one of those things. If you think gays should be respected, so does Tyson. Different people, that's it.
What you mean? He needs to be respected.
Yeah, because gays should be respected even though they are different. Tyson should be respected even though
No
he.
one's disrespected him. They just called him out on his crap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that's what I'm. Crap of what?
Ugh. Ah, we've been there
His difference,
already.
his different views
We've
is
been
what is
there
the problem.
already.
I don't know. It's one of those things. I am for Tyson. I know people hate him, but I'm happy to support him.
Okay. And on that note, let's
Let's
call it a
end the
day.
show. Yeah.